Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
So now it's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and set the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, you love to see this offensively on the first drive of the game. Your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Lagway. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job of coverage in the back end defensively.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is
turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And wings it incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Throwing right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Across the 25, he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this is why offenses tell you all the time, they want to keep it in 3rd and short or 3rd and medium like you had right here. They make you defend the whole field, and then the QB sees it. Nothing there, tucks it, does a nice job getting positive yards and getting the first down.
The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He makes a grab. gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the Wildcats have it with a first and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football. Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. On the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sturdivant coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And the Gators really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Just ran him over. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get it on the ground at the 41.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him! And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. That brings them to within 1.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I don't bring more speed on the field if I don't think it's a pass, right? If I think they're going to line up and hit me in the mouth, I'm going to bring more big guys. They brought more speed on the field. They went nickel. They knew it was a passing situation. They told those pass rushers to hunt, those DBs to cover. The defense was ready for that.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Still on his feet. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's ball. Makes a man miss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And the Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Got out of trouble and throws. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6.
That makes the score Florida 14, Kentucky 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's McGowan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's ball. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle of the field. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's a backbreaker for this defense, Jesse. They were doing everything they could, trying to let that clock run out, force a field goal. They execute under 10 seconds left, and they put it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about the situational offense there too, though, David? Understanding the time and the clock and managing it absolutely perfectly. And now the decision, do you go for 2 and try to tie this thing up before you head into the locker room?
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Law. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need
Jr. making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Punt is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Gain of 20. First down for the offense.
The Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air, it's Lagway. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They think there's room to run to the right here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Ball. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's the handoff. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. From the shotgun, the inside give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They'll run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wall. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Hester. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. The throw to the outside is complete. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McGowan. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Makes the catch. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll sneak it. Sneaks into the end zone.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Looking to throw. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Livingston. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Finds his tight end. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10.
Well, it's a 2nd catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Sturdivant. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. try to barge their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Didn't move it a millimeter on that last play, and now they'll try it again on 3rd and goal from the 1. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
All right, 4th and short, you need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
The give to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off play action on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. This time on target. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And the defense has their hands full of trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful. Touchdown, Gators! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Number 29, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, I think that call will leave people scratching their head. You know, you're down a possession. You got to go make something happen. The clock is ticking. Like, we got to take some shots down the field, or we got to get our butts out of bounds after we make those catches.
Unloads to the wideout. Got the quick pass. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And now this is the time of the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain. We got to get out of bounds, or we got to waste timeouts. We got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And they could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's caught at the 10. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.